Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. U.S. military veterans ask Southeast governors to meet Tinubu. Demand Nnamdi Kanu's release before December 25. Sahara reporters. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, before I go into details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe and share. Now the details. The American military veterans of Igbo descent, AVID, have written an open letter to the Igbo community urging them to unite in demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. AVID has been advocating for justice for Kanu since his rendition in June 2021. The letter, signed by AVID President and Secretary Dr. Sylvester Onyia and Dr. Godswin Obiagu, respectively, emphasized that since the court have failed to deliver justice in Kanu's case, Igbo leaders should engage with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to secure Kanu's release through political means. In the letter Sahara reporters obtained, titled Open Letter to Igbo on the matter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, AVID, called on all Southeast leaders, particularly the 5 Southeast governors, to fulfill their promises and meet with President Tinubu to demand Kanu's immediate release, warning that further delay could be seen as complicity in Kanu's continued detention. The letter partly read, "For this reason, we earnestly call on the Southeast Governors Forum, SEGF, to, without further delay, meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this matter. Any further delay could be construed as evidence that all Southeast governors are complicit in the continued incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. If it is true, as we have been told that some Southeast politicians, particularly one of the governors in blocking the release of Nnamdi Kanu because of his fear that Kanu will scuttle his ambition to become a vice president of Nigeria, either in 2027 or beyond, we say to such politicians that a free Nnamdi Kanu will have neither the motivation nor the interest to block the ambition of any Igbo that wishes to be a vice president of Nigeria. And AVID is committed to saying that no such interference will occur because we know that Nnamdi Kanu is apolitical and has no interest in engaging in who becomes what in Nigeria's political landscape. In the same vein, all Southeast leaders that come in contact with the heads of security agencies in Nigeria should impress on them to eschew their seeming reliance on the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu as a subterfuge of pardoned security votes for Southeast which they directly benefit from. We make bold to say that it is unconscionable for any true security chief, driven by patriotism and respect for sanctity of human life, to block the release of Nnamdi Kanu, knowing fully well that a free Kanu is critical to ending the insecurity in Southeast, once and for all. To the Southeast civic leaders, such as Ohanese traditional rulers, the Klegel and frontline civic groups, we say if the Southeast Governors Forum proves unwilling to meet with President Tinubu in the coming days, we urge you all to promptly convene a group that will seek an immediate appointment to meet with President Tinubu to end this madness in our land. Given that Ndibo recently lost the president of Ohanese, Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, we call on the Obil of Onitsha, the Agbogidi, to convene a small group of eminent chiefs and the Kelegi that he will lead in meeting with President Tinubu. The group particularly asked Governor Alex Otil of Abia State to champion the release of Kanu if all others governors prove reluctant in meeting with President Tinubu over the matter. More so, since Kanu is from Abia State. The AVID members said they were optimistic that with good political steps from Igbo leaders, Kanu would be released before December 25. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. And now before I go, I have just two comments here. First comment here says, I have said this countless times. The political leaders in the Southeast are not united and they don't want peace in the region. If they have one voice, the president will listen to them and Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But sincerely, that won't be easy. Even in all regions, none of the leaders, even in the Yoruba, even in the Southwest here, the Yoruba leaders too are not coordinated, and that's one of the problems we are having. That's why our voice has. Now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.